Hi, I'm Asia and welcome back to the Strange Days Diaries. Today is going to be a slightly different video than my regular van life content, and that is because I'm going to get on the Skunk Train. I am so excited. If you saw my previous vlog, then you know that I kind of stumbled upon the Skunk Train here in Fort Bragg while on the road, and I was just gutted that I wasn't able to hop on the train yesterday when I found it. And I ended up spending the entire day yesterday going back and forth on whether I should just spend another night here in Fort Bragg solely to ride the Skunk Train, and I decided to just bite the bullet and do it because I just think it would be so cool to experience. It's a train that goes up to the redwoods and it just looks so beautiful and so cool. I will say I bought this ticket yesterday having no idea it was going to be pouring rain today during the day of my train trip, but I honestly think that'll make for a really interesting and moody video, so I'm so excited to bring you along with me, and hopefully it'll be the experience of a lifetime because, come on, it's the world famous Skunk Train. What could go wrong? As they say, a little rain never hurt nobody, and I was so excited that I did not care. I've been looking forward to this train ride for literally 24 hours at this point, and I was not about to let a little rain ruin my day. If you know me, you know I love slow travel, which is why I love van life and is also why I love train travel. And I'm absolutely obsessed with anything vintage, unique, or old school, which this train is all of that. After initially getting on the train, I sat inside the train with everybody else, and I could open my window to peek my head outside and see everything we were going by, but I quickly felt like I was missing out big time. So I made my way out to the open air car, and this is when things got really fun. Not only was I the only one crazy enough to go outside in the pouring rain on a moving train car, but this was by far the best decision I could have made because I really wanted to actually feel and see the redwoods go by instead of just peering out through a small train window at everything. And boy, was I getting that by coming outside. It was almost magical being out here, to be honest, and I know that everyone inside was thinking I was just crazy for being outside in the pouring rain. Dude, this is insanely cool. I'm the only freaking one out here because it's absolutely pouring rain, but I'm loving every single second of it. I don't care if I get wet. This is so sick. The train ended up stopping at Glen Blair Junction, and there's a sort of open bar hangout area with heat lamps where you can hang out, or there's a couple hikes you can take during the stop if you want. Okay. So I just made it, and I'm gonna do this Glen Blair Loop trail. It's still absolutely pouring rain, but it smells so good out here because of the rain on the redwood trees, and I'm kind of soaked even though I have an umbrella, but I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I think it's kind of worth it coming in the rain because it just adds so much more character to the area, and hardly anyone is here. Like, I got that outdoor standing train car all to myself. That was so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna do this trail and see how it is in the rain. There's 2 hiking loops that you can choose at the Glen Blair Junction, and I decided to take the longer one, but it's not that long. It's only 0.9 miles, not even a mile long, and it wasn't hard at all, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just wrapping up the hike now, and I've loved this rainy day hike. I did take my glasses off because they were just getting way too soaked in the rain, which is all good. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this hike and then hop on the train back. I also feel like I'm the only one who did the hike just because it's raining, which is a shame because it's gorgeous out here, and the rain actually makes all of the plants and foliage really pop, which is so beautiful. After wrapping up the hike, I went back and joined everybody else at Glen Blair Junction, and then we all hopped back on the train to head back to Fort Bragg. And of course, I wasted no time this time around to head straight to the open air deck because it's my favorite place to be on the Skunk Train. Going back to Fort Bragg on the train was even better this time around because I not only started off the ride on the open air car, but I kind of had an idea of what was to come on the trip and was able to figure out what side of the train to be on to have the best views. And a couple other people did end up coming out to the open air car, which was cool to experience with someone else. As we pulled back into Fort Bragg and I saw that my little van was safe and sound, I headed over to the Model Train Museum that's right by the Skunk Train station. Okay, I don't know about you, but I've personally never seen anything like this before in my life. Maybe that's just because I'm not into model trains or anything like that, but this was amazing. The detail was incredible and was definitely worth stopping in to see for myself. And they had a little free sticker that I took to put on spec later. Holy cow. First of all, that is the most soaked my phone has ever been. And if you don't know, I film all my YouTube videos on my phone. So yeah. Also, my jacket is completely soaked. But anyways, that was so sick. That was one of the coolest experiences I've had in a while. I'm so glad that I decided to just go outside and hang out on the viewing deck instead of just staying inside out of the rain. I couldn't help myself, and I was the only one who went out there. On our way back, a father and son did come out onto the like outdoor viewing deck and hang out a little bit, but otherwise I was the only one, which made it such a cool, unique experience. And the redwoods are gorgeous. Being on the old school train with like the steam kind of coming out was so cool too. Just literally all of it was so sick. 100% highly recommend if you're ever in the area. Also, I didn't film it because I didn't want to shove a camera in these random strangers' faces, but I spoke to the guy in the model train museum and I had a bunch of questions for him about trains, and he actually pointed me in the direction of this other like conductor's train guy's office. So I went into there and talked to them for like 30 minutes just all about trains. I had all these different questions and the history. I really wanted to know about the bullet train that California has been talking about building for so long, and apparently they've already started construction on that, so that's pretty exciting. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope it was an entertaining and fun video, and I can't wait to do more stuff like this, especially on the Strange Days Diaries channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Leave a comment below with what your favorite part was, and I will see you next Friday.